Hello and welcome back to 2K14 Universe. It's me, Jitch.
The following contest is scheduled for one.
And the game just crashed straight away. Let's try that again, shall we?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the heartbreaking Shawn Michaels.
Well, this seems like the appropriate way to kick off tonight's Raw. Shawn Michaels is back, everybody. We saw him make his return last month, and by that I mean last week on Raw, when he saved Batista from a post-match attack by his former ally, Hulk Hogan. Shawn Michaels has laid down the challenge. He says SummerSlam is just 4 weeks away, and Hogan, I want you at SummerSlam. Not Hall, not Nash. This man wants the guy that overthrew him as the leader of the NWO. He wants Hulk Hogan one-on-one at SummerSlam. The question is, will Hogan accept? Well, we don't know. But also, is Shawn Michaels ready to return to the ring? That's what we're about to find out in this opening match here. NWO a little preoccupied tonight, as in our main event, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall will defend the WWE Tag Team Championships in a rematch against the former champions Yokozuna and Tensai.
And approaching the ring from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 245 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Well, he was unable to retrieve the Money in the Bank briefcase about 8 days ago at Money in the Bank. But we'll see if Randy Savage is able to knock off the returning Shawn Michaels. This is a high-pressure match for the both of them. Randy Savage has got some momentum to maintain, some relevance to gain. He's kind of been flittering in and out of being in matches and not here on Raw, so it's kind of important to him to win here tonight. But obviously for Michaels, this is his big comeback since being taken out back at No Way Out. There is no telling who benefits more from a victory here tonight. This is important for both of them. Very important for the both of them. I have a small question to ask for anyone watching this and actually listening to what I say. A lot of people don't actually listen to these videos and skim through them, and it's kind of got me thinking. One of the reasons I put off recording this so much is because I don't necessarily always enjoy commentating it. I just don't really want to do the whole commentator shtick. I would rather just talk more casually. So on the off chance that it comes down to this, I just want to know, would people be interested in these videos still if I just stopped talking in them completely? Like if I just removed that, if I just recorded just the gameplay and uploaded it as is. I don't think I want to do that. It wouldn't really fit my style of content, but I just want to know if that would affect the enjoyment of this for some people, because I don't know. I don't always have a lot to say. I don't really want to do running commentary for every match all the time. I like to just goof off. I mean, if you've seen my other content, I'm much more comfortable being myself than playing a commentator shtick. I enjoy Universe. I enjoy it quite a lot, especially, doing my own booking and playing things out as I like to and all this and that. Like, I enjoy all that stuff, don't get me wrong. I just, don't always like hamming it up for reactions and stuff. That's not me. I'm curious what people think about that. Anyway, Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage. I wonder if this will be Michaels' continued downfall, I've got to say. He's not exactly had the highest momentum in the past. And obviously, a lot of people think that perhaps the reason he was kicked out of the NWO is because he was being pinpointed as the weak point of the NWO. Obviously, you have a look at the fact that they very quickly gained the Tag Team Championships upon losing Michaels. We haven't really seen too much of Hulk Hogan since Michaels got the boot. Hall and Nash are definitely thriving. Hall is often referred to as the missing piece from the NWO that was being filled by the wrong piece of Shawn Michaels.
I think momentum's changed one more time. And Savage is pulling out all the stops tonight. Oh, that sure looks like macho madness to me.
It'd help if I had I think the thing is, right, I think this would flow a lot better if I had a co-commentator. But I've said this before and I'll say this a billion times over. It is such a pain in the ass to organize, like, regularly recording with someone. I remember back when I did Universe with someone else years and years and years ago. I would have the hardest time organizing that. It would just be such a pain in the ass. And then there's, of course, TNA Universe. If people ever wondered what happened to that, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I decided I wanted to do that one with someone else. They immediately stopped recording any episodes with me right after the one episode we did. Kept putting off doing it. I gave up. Randy Savage heading up top, and Michaels with a big boy kick. That's the thing about Shawn Michaels. You can never count this man out, and there you go. I'm really glad that was the finish, because that would have been an awkward move to have hit and not ended the match with. So Shawn Michaels picks up a victory upon his return. I do wonder if Hulk Hogan will accept this challenge, and also I wonder if everybody, you know, viewers and such watching this, I wonder if people have forgiven Shawn Michaels for his actions in the NWO. You know, he wasn't exactly a good man, and just because he came back and saved Batista, that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. Perhaps he just wanted to get his hands on Hulk Hogan. Only time will tell if Shawn Michaels is actually a better man or not. But he's a winner right now, and that's something. Well, this is an interesting matchup here tonight. Heath Slater is being bumped up a little bit here on Raw. Obviously, him and his other 3MB partners are, I think, officially all in the should really be competing on Superstars category now. They've all taken quite a fall. Unfortunately, since 3MB won the tag team titles at WrestleMania, it seems like they really, I guess Edge and Christian were just having an off night or something, because these guys have really fallen and fallen and fallen, and we'll see if that can change, I guess, here tonight. Heath Slater now obviously no longer the Cruiserweight Champion. We're talking about two guys in this match that both have their sights set on different championships. Not to say that I think Heath Slater would mind becoming United States Champion, but that is in fact what his opponent here tonight is very focused on, is the United States Championship, and continuing his series with Dolph Ziggler.
And approaching the ring from Marietta, Georgia, weighing 223 pounds, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes says that SummerSlam is where the big matches happen. It's the second biggest event of the year, and he has waited a long, long time for Dolph Ziggler to set foot in the ring with him again. He feels that the time has come, that he is ready for another face-off with Dolph Ziggler. And I mean, you don't just go from beating people like Stone Cold Steve Austin to become the contender to not being featured more prominently here on Raw. Cody Rhodes is someone that has been slept on a little bit too long, in my opinion, and I do wonder if Dolph Ziggler will accept the challenge and will get a United States Championship rematch between these two at SummerSlam. Obviously, the last time they faced off, Cody did suffer a defeat to Dolph Ziggler, but that was then, this is now. Things could be different at SummerSlam. So here we go. Cody Rhodes Heath said, I think this is, honestly, unfortunately, I can't always let the AI play matches, but I think this is another thing that really helps me enjoy this more, is when I'm not playing the matches. Which I know sounds crazy. I do actually really enjoy playing this game and everything. It's just, well, there's more to react to, you know, because I actually don't know what's going to happen. I think that's better. I think the only reason I don't want to do AI v AI too often is because you get the most 50-50 flip-floppy booking ever. And matches end really poorly. And perhaps the most notable problem of them all, you get really, 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 really short title reigns all the time. I think Season 1, was it Season 1? I think it was Season 1. I'd pretty much, like, gone most of that game, like, just letting the game book and also play out the matches, I think. And you look at some of the title reigns back from the very beginning of this series. They're bad. They're very bad title reigns. Not that they're exactly perfect now, but I think they're better. I think Ziggler and Rock are two reigns that are doing great right now. I mean, they've both been going for exactly the same length. Many defenses. I think Ziggler's defended his US title quite a bit more than The Rock's WWE title, but I suppose that would almost make more sense. You know, a WWE title match isn't going to be given away on Raw too often. Speaking of The Rock, SummerSlam is 4 weeks away. There is no Batista or The Rock scheduled for tonight's episode of Raw. Batista very much got his sights set on the WWE Championship. Hulk Hogan knocked out of that with a loss to Batista. I'm wondering if perhaps now Batista is considered worthy for a one-on-one encounter with The Rock at SummerSlam. There's just no telling. I had a little look. I don't remember why. I had a little look over Batista's whole wiki page after writing something in it most recently when I was editing it. And my god, he has spent most of his career chasing the world titles. Even when he's been World Heavyweight Champion, it's come to an end so quickly under many unfortunate circumstances that, like, yeah, Batista's whole story has been just him chasing world championships. That's a really cool move by Heath. I don't think I've seen him do that before. Ooh. I'm wondering what it is that 3MB need to do differently to kind of build momentum for themselves, because as it currently stands, I just don't think we've seen enough of them, you know? I don't think they've really shown what they have to the fullest. Cody Rhodes. Come on! Big suplex into a cover. And Heath with a quick kick out. I'll tell you, one group of superstars I'm very curious about here on Raw is The Shield, actually. We've seen them be very victorious in every match that they've had, including beating 3MB in 3-on-3. Hang on, this could be the end of the match right here. And it is! Well, there you go. A roll-up can be enough, and that was living proof of that. But I was going to say, The Shield, you know, we saw them beat 3MB most recently here on Raw, but they don't seem to really be focused on anything just yet, other than picking up wins. And speaking of picking up wins, this was a big win for Cody Rhodes over Heath Slater as he continues to build momentum. I believe this guy is ranked #1 in the United States Championship contenders lineup, so whether Dolph likes it or not, he might have a fighting chance of being able to just say, look, I am the top contender. I want a shot at the US title. Give it to me. I guess time will tell. Right now, Cody with another big win. As we move on to our next match, I believe up next is the Divas. I'll tell you, you talk about momentum, look no further. Kaitlyn has been on a roll lately, including a victory over the Divas champion Summer Rae, the only woman to have done that thus far. But here tonight, she faces off against a woman to once again continue to prove that she's not a fluke. Kaitlyn going to go one-on-one with Lita. And obviously right now it's all about SummerSlam, the Divas Championship, who will be next in line for the Divas Championship at SummerSlam. I gotta say, This is obviously my pick right now. I think Kaitlyn is undeniably the rightful contender to Summer Rae's Divas Championship. And I think it's time for people like Natalya and Lita to take a step back and let the future unfold.
And approaching the ring from Sanford, North Carolina, Lita. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest divas of all time.
Well, that is true. She is definitely up there. She is one of the best divas of all time. She's former Divas Champion 2 times. Her second reign was, we don't really talk about that, but her first reign will go down in the history books as one of the greatest. And she's very much furious with the way that things have played out for her, that she is no longer at the very top of the Divas division. There have been people that hold the belief that perhaps, much alike when, I believe it was Lita that defeated Beth Phoenix, and Phoenix took a step back. She said, look, I don't know if I'll be back, but I'm going to tell you now, I think that the Divas division is in good hands. I think we've got a new face of this division. You know, Beth Phoenix, she's taken a step away. She's still not back, obviously. You know, we don't know when she will be back. Contract long and expired, but you know, maybe perhaps that time is coming for Lita, some people are believing. Perhaps it's time for Lita, in the same way that she humbled Beth Phoenix and took a step back, perhaps it's time for Lita to accept that she's been humbled, that the future is in good hands with people like Kaitlyn and Summer Rae, and allow for them to now kind of take the spotlight and do what they need to do. I think another loss to Kaitlyn here tonight is only going to further cement that, as Lita's definitely not been on the up since taking that injury, that self-inflicted injury, I should add, to in her match against Natalya a while back. And she hasn't really been the same since. You suck. That one fan. Coming up next, we got a real good match for you. Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to go one-on-one with Daniel Bryan. My only question when it comes to this next match is Stone Cold Steve Austin outnumbered? You know Bryce Walker is going to be in the corner, but Austin has said in a WWE.com exclusive, he has said, Mick Foley, you stay away from me. This is my business. I don't want your help. I don't need your help. We ain't a team. Obviously, that was in retaliation to Mick Foley defeating Daniel Bryan on Austin's behalf last week on Raw. Bryce really got a handful of what it's like to go toe-to-toe with Stone Cold Steve Austin just last week on Raw. We'll see if that sticks with him, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. If he's learned his lesson, or if he's still going to be getting involved in that situation. Main event tonight, though, the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. Last time we saw Yokozuna and Tensai face off against the NWO. Hall and Nash so expertly singled out Tensai, wore him out, and won the WWE Tag Team Championships. Have Yokozuna and Tensai learned from this? Will this change their dynamic going into this match? Kaitlyn looking as impressive as ever. That drop kick to the leg. Oh, great move by Lita there. I don't think I've seen that one from her before. Elbows the knee.
A nice reversal from Kaitlyn. What a devastating neck breaker. What a kick that was. And that was
Reversal. Okay. Lita in control again. I wonder if Lita will be able to knock off Kaitlyn, you know? Perhaps she just needed a little more time to recover from her injuries, and we're going to see that more prime version of Lita back in action here. I tell you right now, Lita's got a harder fall from grace than the woman she beat at WrestleMania, AJ Lee. I'm looking forward to seeing AJ face off. Oh, here we go. Set out full Nelson into a submission hold. Very creative move there by Kaitlyn. Never seen anything quite like that before. I don't know if she's done that before, but for some reason that really stood out to me. It kind of almost reminded me of a move Lita would be all too familiar with. The, I don't know what it's called. Not the Glam Slam, but the other one that she did. The submission hold. Can't actually remember the name of that right now. The Twist of Fate from Lita normally marks the beginning of the end of this match, and it does here tonight too. So Lita picks up an important victory, and of course Summer Rae gets to sit back and, you know, cradle her Divas Championship and watch this very carefully. Will this win start something fresh for Lita? What is this? I don't think. Does she have a custom victory animation? No way. Nice hair flick. Really good. Really well animated. Well, this was a good showing from Kaitlyn. I definitely don't think that she's necessarily out of contention for the Divas Championship. Is Lita like the only diva with a custom victory animation in this game? Sorry, this like baffled me for a minute. It's nice to see, but is she really the only one? I don't think I've seen anyone else have like a special one. Boy, she really hasn't won anything this season, has she? Well, Lita is victorious. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps this downfall isn't actually there after all. As we move on to our next matchup, though, Daniel Bryan and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, here we go. Music hits and they start right away.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Bryce Walker, representing the new millennium from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Bryce looks just as furious with these guys as Daniel Bryan. We got two guys marching around saying no now. Well, anyway, Daniel Bryan, he pretty much asked for this. Bryce and Daniel feel that they saved the Tag Team Championship only for it to be further jeopardized, and perhaps the time is coming soon for these guys to step up and be in line for the WWE Tag Team Championships in their eyes. I think they got a way to go still. I mean, we haven't even seen them actually work as a tag team yet. This is simply a mentor and student situation right now. Daniel Bryan has said that Bryce isn't quite ready to team with him just yet. He's got a lot to learn still under the knowledge of Daniel Bryan. I guess we'll see how true that is. Daniel Bryan strongly disagreeing with me as usual. Why are they booing Austin?
And approaching the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know what? If it wasn't for the fact that Austin is like one of the most permanently just over guys ever for the rest of his career, I feel like there was a time period where they would have booed him just because they liked Daniel Bryan more. But I genuinely don't think they'd boo Austin. I just don't. I don't think Austin's ever going to get booed again. Wasn't he still cheered after his heel turn at WrestleMania 17? Fans just like Austin. I really hope Daniel Bryan doesn't live to regret this challenge here tonight. He wanted this. Austin wanted this. They got it. He has not taken his eyes off of Daniel Bryan. Who is that? No, really, but have you ever noticed how weird... Oh, that's a good way to start a match. Have you noticed how weird Austin's face was in these games? It gets a lot better in future ones, but... It's kind of strange in this game. I can't remember which one. I think it's 16 they finally fixed the way he looks, which would make sense because that game was based around Austin. I gotta say, nothing against Saria in my original playthroughs, but I'm kind of leaning towards potentially redoing 16 and maybe 13 and a few other wrestling games that I've got playthroughs of. Just to give like different versions of those playthroughs. They're gonna do an Attitude. What have we done together? Attitude Era Mode 16. I could always go for a replay of the first 3 SmackDown vs. Raws. I could go the rest of my life never playing 2008 24/7 mode again. honestly. I'd be very happy to never play that game again. But if people wanted to see it, I'd do it. Maybe a few of the ones that predate SmackDown vs. Raw. I'm not really a big fan. I like Here Comes the Pain a lot, actually. What am I saying? And I like Just Bring It a fair bit. I've never played Shut Your Mouth. I do actually own it now, so I should probably do that at some point. I think the only ones I'm a bit more, when it comes to like wrestling games that like fans are like notorious with, the only ones I'm a bit more iffy about is I've never actually enjoyed the N64 ones very much. I didn't grow up with them, and going back and playing them, they don't actually feel that great to me. I never really got the appeal, personally. Maybe I just need to figure them out a little more, give them another try at some point, but they actually don't really click with me that well, sorry to say. The only ones I've never played is from like that kind of, because I think anything that predated 3D wrestling games is just bad. I've tried like Super Nintendo ones and like the Genesis one and the NES ones and the Game Boy ones, and they're all so rough, which I guess would make sense. You know, there wasn't a lot they could do with them, honestly. But like I've never played the PS1 games either, the two SmackDown games on the PS1. I never played either of those. I don't believe I've played any of the ones on the Dreamcast. I have Raw on the Xbox, but I haven't actually played it more than like a couple of minutes one time. I think it had quite a strange control system, if I remember right. What else have I never played that I could do on this channel? Well, I want to do Legends of WrestleMania at some point, because I did go to do that once, but again, respectfully to Sarah, I can respect it. It wasn't connecting very well with her, understandably so, because it has a lot of real life footage and stuff in it, and none of the people in it are really of the time that she's interested in, which is totally fair. Bryce here, distracting the referee, perhaps a little prematurely. But I'd like to do that one. I'd like to do All-Stars as well. I've never actually played All-Stars. I've owned it for years, but I've never played it. I wouldn't mind trying the TNA game, truth be told. Again, I never really got the controls for that game very well, but I'd be happy to give it a shot. I think the only things that are definitely like a definitive no for me, because I wouldn't mind trying the N64 games, just I think I'd want to try them off screen first to see, like, to not piss anyone off if I do end up not liking them. Big stunner there. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be the end of Daniel Bryan? Cover attempt here, Bryce up on the ropes, of course. But a rope break keeps... Oh! Daniel Bryan alive anyway. Had nothing to do with Bryce's distraction. Yeah, the only one's a definitive no is I will never play AEW Fight Forever. First and foremost, I will never buy and play that game. Straight up. You have my word. And just some of the really old ones, I think. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind trying a bunch of different games at some point. I do kind of want to do more story mode playthroughs, rather than just all Universe all the time. My idea was that I'd try to catch Universe up to like current day, and then like, obviously when there's nothing for me to do, then I'd just drop it. But obviously that's never going to happen. When we're being honest, that's just never going to happen. Because I don't record it often enough to ever catch up. I could. It would take a few years. I'd say probably about 4 or 5 years of recording it every single day. And then I could maybe actually catch up. But I would have to record it every day for like four or so years, I think. I think I did the math once and it was something like that. Which obviously, on paper I'm not against, but I know I'd get fed up with it fairly often, to do it that often, that long. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably try to splice some playthroughs in between when I'm feeling more in the mood for it. I've already decided that when I do the My Career modes in like 15 and 16 and 17, when that mode sucked really bad, I'm gonna do those live. I think that would be kind of fun. But that's definitely something I want to do live. Oh, Daniel Bryan swearing again. Only once this time, thankfully. Didn't have to censor him too much. Cover attempt. Oh, almost got Austin. This has been a very competitive match. In a night filled with very quick, short matches. This has been very competitive. Austin, a second stunner. Is Bryce going to keep Daniel Bryan alive a little longer? Or is he going to accept that perhaps it's time to let this one go for Daniel Bryan? Nope. Walker is right up there on the ropes, doing everything he can to make sure Daniel Bryan doesn't lose this match. I mean, that's some serious loyalty. And Bryce has been kicked from ringside. Well, it is down to Daniel Bryan to win this match now. Gonna do this on his own. Has Bryce factored into this match enough that that is now an achievable task, though? Ooh, big clothesline by Austin. Almost took his head off with that lariat, I would say.
You're tuned into Monday Night Raw, live and in high definition.
With original thoughts. Looked into the corner, and Bryan with a submission hold. You ain't making Stone Cold Steve Austin tap out. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for nothing. That is never happening. I mean, I could be wrong. He might end up winning this match by a submission, but generally speaking, you are not making Austin tap out.
Boy, this has just been pandemonium.
You leave pandas out of this. Austin with a third stunner. There's no Bryce to save Bryan now. He would have to kick out of this by himself. So this may very well be good night for Daniel Bryan. And it is. Well, Austin is victorious, and he did it without Mick Foley. And the question now remains, will he continue to set his sights on the Tag Team Championship? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You have no business here. How did you get here? Stop it. God damn it.
WWE Tag Team Champions, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the new World Order.
Man, can I just say, those belts are ugly. Just wanted to say that again real quick. Anyway, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the WWE Tag Team Champions. I got a question here. I got a question that I really would like answered. Why does Daniel Bryan and Bryce Walker not attack these guys? Or Yokozuna Tensai? How are the targets picked? What's so fine about the NWO? Do they not fall into that same category of guys that they've got issues with? They don't seem to want to do anything like these guys. Maybe they're scared of them. You know, Austin never had a confirmed partner, so perhaps they took him out because they knew it would be 2-on-1. That doesn't seem to be working out very good for them, by the way.
And introducing the challengers first. Weighing 360 pounds, Tensai.
This guy honestly looked a little strange to see for a minute there without the Tag Team Championship around his waist. It feels like it's been such a long time. But he and Yokozuna looking to recapture those tag team championships. I gotta say, I feel like they had a pretty good run as tag team champions. I feel like they were a very dominant set of champions. I feel like it was really hard to look past just how fierce those two were as a team, and obviously we don't want to just forget about that now they're no longer the champions. I think they will continue to be a fearsome presence in the tag division of Monday nights. I'd be amazed if they weren't still feared somehow, some way.
And his tag team partner, weighing 505 pounds, Yokozuna.
You know, you get so used to seeing the championship over this guy's shoulder and around the waist of Tensai, to not see it almost feels strange. But hey, they did lose quite dominantly back at Money in the Bank. That really was a one-sided matchup. There's no saying what the future holds for the tag team titles, if they'll be featured at SummerSlam and who will be wearing them, and you know, so on. But obviously the NWO potentially getting their first defense out here tonight. Whether or not it's their last, I don't know. But at the very least, they're getting their first one out here tonight. How much does this guy weigh? I just watched King of the Ring 1994 like a couple days ago. So that's now in my head. How much does this guy weigh? How much does this guy weigh? How much does he weigh? My goodness, this guy's so big. Oh boy. That was some of the roughest commentary. My pick to win the tournament is is Razor Ramon. 20 minutes in. Which one of these is my guy? Good lord. Maybe just don't put celebrities on commentary. Or at least make sure they actually know what they're talking about. It's not every day you see the tag team championships in the main event of Raw, but this isn't every day. This is July 20-something. So here we go, Kevin Nash and Tensai starting things off, and Tensai's got a lot to prove. He's been bearing the burden, the blame from his tag team and from himself about his failure at Money in the Bank. It was very much one-sided, and eventually he just couldn't put up a fight anymore, and he lost. Oh, did you hear that, guys? Did you hear that? If him and his partner win tonight, they'll be one step closer to winning the tag team titles. Now, I don't know if he's talking about the tag team champions or the people challenging for the tag team championships, but if they win, they'll be one step closer. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like they'll be the champions. Tensai looking to perhaps turn things around this time and get that tag in, but Scott Hall very quick on his feet as he takes that one immediately away from the corner of Yokozuna and Tensai. The NWO begin their dominance. We kick things off here tonight with Shawn Michaels, former leader of the NWO, returning to action, defeating Randy Savage, and then we fast forward to this match here tonight, and we've got the NWO in the main event. Very much a focal point of Monday nights. And for the second time there, it looked like Tensai was looking to get a tag out to Yokozuna, whilst also continuing to maintain control of Scott Hall. And for the second time, Scott Hall was able to get out of that situation. And for a third time now, you can even see Yokozuna at this point. He is reaching in and trying to get that blind tag in, trying to get himself into the match. It's not happening. No!
I had a feeling this match would implode. We knew it was only a matter of time.
I hate these games sometimes.
These guys are giving it absolute his leg crashing down.
I think Scott Hall suffered a minor injury on the outside, and now Kevin Nash has agreed to take this match by himself. That's very confident on the part of the tag team champion against two incredibly dominant former tag team champions. If Kevin Nash can do this, my goodness, what an incredible champion he is. Very experienced with the tag team titles. This is his 4th tag team championship reign, which I think is potentially the most anyone's ever had. I think he might be tied with The Miz, actually, because I think Miz is a 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion and a there's the monkey flip, and a 1-time World Tag Team Champion. I think Nash is a 3-time World Tag Team Champion and a 1-time WWE Tag Team Champion. So him and Miz, they got to pair up at some point. We got to see it. Kevin Nash welcoming Yokozuna into the ring. No fear on this man's face. Doesn't seem to... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
And he hits a big-time leg drop.
How much does this guy weigh?
Oh, man. Dropped right on the head. Blocked. We're in the feel-down process here. Who's going to get the advantage and maintain control?
Ooh, big thrust to the throat of Kevin Nash. You know, I wonder if this is a good idea for Scott Hall. I've been watching 94 WWF whilst also doing this universe. You'll have to forgive me.
And there's the elbow. He almost took his head off.
I wonder if this is a good idea for him to be sitting this one out and to just let Kevin Nash take control of this by himself. I'm not so sure. I think it really emphasizes just how cocky the NWO are. But no one has really ever been able to top Yokozuna very easily. This guy's still in the top 10 for the WWE Championship right now. Oh my goodness! It might not be for long. Kevin Nash is making very light work of him. Oh! Big strike to the back there. And again! Lost control of this match here. The big right hand across the face of Yokozuna sends him flat down on the mat. Nash, oh, thinking he had him, but not quite. Oh my god, not every day. It really isn't every day that you see Yokozuna tossed around with such ease.
Oh man, you take a shot like that and you feel it for weeks. What a kick that was.
Isn't that the second time this game has tried to break up Hall and Nash? Wasn't the first time literally their debut match? Stupid. So stupid.
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
I give up on restarting the match and trying to do it that way though. Yokozuna looking a little frustrated at Tensai, who just kind of decided to go and chase after Nash. You kind of see the confusion.
Call your friends. Let them know what's going on right now in this awesome match.
I tell you, Nash is incredible right now. The NWO really mean business. Nash now going in for a cover attempt in this self-elected handicap match. Oh my god. Oh my good god! No! Oh, there you go. Well, I was about to say that is not seriously going to happen, is it? I think Nash would have thrown out his back. I think that's maybe what happened is he dropped Yokozuna there. Yokozuna looking to make the tag out. In comes Tensai. Been a little while since he's been in the match. And Nash very quickly dropping this guy flat down. I really don't like to admit it, but yeah, the NWO's confidence, it may be quite warranted here. I don't know what happened to the combination of Yokozuna and Tensai, but for some reason here tonight, they are struggling. Oh my god, though. Tensai gonna try and get that green mist on Nash, but Nash says no thank you.
He used all his weight on that leg drop. He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now.
Tensai grabbed by his face and then struck. by that very same face. Here's the cover. Yokozuna, very, very fast. Very fast, that Yokozuna. Uh-oh. 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 Jackknife powerbomb. Got him. Kevin Nash sends Yokozuna flying off the apron. And he goes in for the cover on Tensai. And Kevin Nash, with the confidence of the NWO, retains against both of these two alone. That is incredible. I haven't seen anything quite like it.
Here are your winners and still WWE Tag Team Champions, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
Yeah, Scott Hall. There he is. Well, I guess congrats to those two on retaining the WWE Tag Team Championships. The NWO are victorious once again over Yokozuna and Tensai. Huge win for these boys. Yeah, back here on Raw, and Yokozuna standing over Tensai, and he's picking him up, and yo, wait a minute, that's your oh, Yokozuna, oh my god. Well, obviously these two failing to recapture the tag team championships, and I've mentioned this many times before, we never really saw these guys working as a tag team in the past, but this is ridiculous. How does Fuji feel about this? Yokozuna belly to belly on the concrete. That is his own tag team partner. I know that they came up short here tonight. I know they came up short in the past, but Tensai back up to his feet now. It looked like he was trying to say something to Yokozuna. I don't know if he was telling him, you know, just relax, calm down. Yokozuna, oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Tensai stays fighting back because it's 2K14. I should have finished him right there.
Looks like we're going back inside.
Oh my good god.
Much more extreme will this match become?
You're not just trying to injure this guy, he's trying to end his whole damn career.
Whoa, this could be true.
What is this?
Man, I couldn't believe
What?
this the first time.
What is this?
Yokozuna's going to the top again.
Yokozuna on the top turnbuckle. What in the world is... Oh! Oh my... Oh! Oh my god! What just happened? The whole damn ring just collapsed. Yokozuna destroying Tensai. Quite literally. Oh my god. What a way to close out Raw.